Hey, welcome back as we bring to you another edition of Coaches in Cafes Drinking Coffee. I'm Stephen King, joined today by the head coach of Islander Baseball, Scott Malone. Our good thanks to our fantastic friends here at Stinger's Coffee, welcoming us once again with open arms. Sure to thank them. Coach Malone, in the midst of your baseball season right now, it's been an exciting year. Just a quick overview. I mean, we got a lot of things to talk about, but just kind of an overview of what your season has been like.
It's been good. It's been obviously several different chapters that kind of take you up and down, and we had a great start, got off running, hit a little lull there, and then rolled into the Clayburgh, and boom, beat Ohio State twice, and that kind of jump starts you again and takes us into conference play, 2 out of 3 on the road at Incarnate Word. That kind of gets the ball rolling, and
not knowing at the time that the 2 out of 3 against Incarnate Word is actually a heck of a series when on the road, not knowing that they were really playing up this year.
No, and great point. And every other coach in the league is texting me, hey, how's Incarnate Word? Are they better? And I'm telling everybody, this is a tournament team. Write it down, tournament team. And I don't think I was giving them enough credit, by just convincing everybody they were a tournament team. Obviously, they're looking like maybe one of the top 3 teams in the league. So, now I think the conversation with every coach is how tight everything is.
Sure.
I think we're maybe 3 games out of first, but we're also only 3 games out of ninth.
It is kind of crazy in the fact that one weekend can be detrimental or phenomenal, one or the other, and so it kind of, you're forced to make sure that the guys are sharp every weekend. They got to understand the snare, and they got to be sharp.
Well, you got to, obviously you're chasing 2 and 1 every weekend. You're trying to win the weekend. You're trying to survive a few 1 and 2s. Obviously you want to stay away from 0 and 3, which we ran into one of those in the middle of the year, but so dogfight's the word I've been using. Absolutely. Every weekend's a dogfight. It's conference play, so.
Season continues. That's plain and simple. Season continues, and in the end, we'll just kind of reflect and hopefully be able to celebrate something special. It has been a good year, but to kind of talk about some other things as well too. I always like talking to you about a number of different topics, and one in particular. Many people that know you in baseball, know you in the community, know you on the campus, see you as the head baseball coach, but they also see you as that family man. 2 little kids, they're on your hip all the time.
Sure.
How do you balance life? How do you balance the family life and being a Division I baseball coach?
Man, we just played at Lamar a few weeks ago, and he's a younger coach, and they're going through a really rough patch. Upside down record, having a bad year, didn't expect it. And he kind of, hey, you've done this before. How do you survive? How do you survive, a season where you're taking all these lumps? And I ask him, hey, you have a young one at home. Yeah, 1-year-old. That's how you get through it. You kind of lean on whether it's super mom at home or those kids at home, and you try to remind yourself there's more to life than the scoreboard. We're not, and as much as when you live in the sports world, you feel like you are defined on a nightly basis by what was the score last night, how did we play, and that kind of defines you. You try to remind yourself that there's more to it, and you talked about, our players and making sure they're doing things right and how we're represented at our university, in the community, and you try to fall back on, whether we win or we lose, man, we're going to do it right, and we're going to have great kids that are going to represent us. And again, whether you're coming in a coffee shop, whether you're walking in the UC on campus talking to a professor, a booster, man, those are some really good kids, coach. Hey, that's right, and you try to fall back on just having great kids in your program.
Well, and like I said, your kids are your outlet in particular. And you see these kids, they're everywhere. They're your back girls, they show up with the regularity. But as you said, you have a responsibility to go out there and try and win as many baseball games as you can. But do you think that's the ultimate responsibility, or is the ultimate responsibility trying to prepare these guys for maybe life after baseball?
I would almost tell you I would put all that together, trying to run an outstanding program that you want to win more than you lose on every level, whether it's academics, whether, again, it's, our guys being able to put on a dress shirt and a tie and represent Islander athletics the right way, going out in the community to a little league and doing things. You want to win more than you lose, and I think that's what you can control. I think that's the biggest thing, Stephen, is, if you ask me, hey, coach, 12 games to go, what's your record going to be? I have no idea, but we're going to do it right. Kids are going to play hard. Hopefully it's an entertaining brand of baseball. You know, next week on Tuesday night when we go to Whataburger Field and get a monster crowd with the Longhorns coming, I have no idea what the score is going to be, but we're going to play hard. And those people that come wearing blue and green are going to get to see a good show, and our kids are going to do it right. You know, those are the things you can control.
Let me ask you again. The baseball team, and that's something I've seen, and it stems like this from yourself, your coaching staff, you and your coaching staff, but you have to kind of create that family environment.
Yeah.
I mean, you look to your left, you look to your right, they're your brothers.
Sure.
You know, I mean, how is that message portrayed to them? And
you know,
I say
this all the time. It's not pro baseball. You can't go sit in the corner, eat your seeds, and just say, hey, you know, win, lose, get them tomorrow. You got to have energy. You know, you've got to have energy. You got to have a great dugout. Your team's got to have a passion for winning and losing. And again, that dogfight. Every night's a dogfight. You know, even on a Wednesday night when you're outside of conference and you're playing Texas Southern, you know, at home on campus, and then you go weird 4:30 start. You know, that had all the makings last night of a trap. And you start talking to the guys early about, hey, we need good energy. We need to win the first 3 innings. We need to set the tone. And I talk to those guys about leadership. I talk to the seniors about, I want Enrique Sanchez, Nick Anderson. I want those guys. This is your team. Yeah. You know, and it's, as much as I don't want to admit it, it's as much your team as it is mine. And I want you to put your unique stamp, your brand on it. And at the end, this is the hard part. I remind them, Enrique Sanchez is probably going to have a second year of hitting in the neighborhood of 375, 400, which is unbelievable. Here's the hard facts. If we don't win, nobody's going to remember. And that's, you know, and again, I know he can't snap his fingers and make us win, but that's about being a leader. That's about holding his teammates accountable and creating that family atmosphere that you're talking about.
Well, the season continues. We got a lot of baseball still to play. It's been an exciting year to this point. And again, I want to thank you for coming over, spending some time with us, talking a little bit of baseball, talking a little bit about yourself, and just kind of letting people know what goes on a little bit behind the scenes of Islanders baseball. But again, we're coming to you from Stinger's Coffee, coaches in cafes having some coffee. Stephen King, Scott Malone, thanks again, Coach.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.